Hey everyone, I'll be covering all of the Nintendo Switch's games announced for the final week of May, so let's get started. Revealed during the Sonic Central 30th anniversary stream, Sonic Colors Ultimate is getting remastered with new visuals, additional features, a new mode, new gameplay enhancements, and tons of quality of life changes. Join Sonic in a high-speed adventure as he tries to catch up with Dr. Eggman through an interstellar chase to help the Wisp that need your help to get together once again. Sega also confirmed that the next mainline Sonic game is in full development and is expected to launch next year. However, no details were provided beyond just that. Humanity is on the brink of extinction and the last remaining survivors look to push against the machines in Metal Max Xeno Reborn. Explore a desolate wasteland and battle your way through onslaughts of enemies. Salvage, modify it, and hit back using tanks, powerful weapons, and your faithful battle pup to reclaim the future of the human race and the lands that were taken from you long ago. This non-linear open-world JRPG with real-time combat is set to release in the West next year. Olympic Games Tokyo 2020, the official video game, originally launched on Switch in Japan all the way back in 2019, and Sega never actually localized it up until now, when it launches on June 22nd. Featuring 18 fun-filled Olympic events, create your very own avatar and play locally or online with up to 8 players as you pursue your dreams of gold in every category. Represent your country or the world at large in this casual party competitive sports game. Looking to transport players into the European reality of the 16th century, take a closer look at the medieval buildings in an architectural sense and see if you can make a quick buck selling a few after some renovations in the unique sim Castle Flippers. Start out as inheriting a piece of land and build a castle and sell it to the highest bidder, only to do that same process again and again to amass a fortune. Spy racers must show their world that they're the fastest, coolest, and most talented all across the globe in Fast and Furious Spy Racers Rise of Shifter. Customize your vehicles with unlockable skins and race against opponents either locally or online, and be the first to cross the finish line as any of the franchise's favorite and iconic sets of characters. Trove is an MMORPG unlike any other, quirky, full of charm, and ever-evolving user-based content. Enjoy a long escapade in a dungeon run or simply do a quick battle royale match with friends. The options to fight, craft, trade, explore, build, or simply hang out is all at your disposal. Every world, be it new or old, has something different to offer that you've yet to encounter, and that's what makes this entry resonate with the entire player base. It's time to race at blazing speed for the championship or play it up with up to 4 players in split-screen modes, where the fun keeps on rolling while you boost and drift around the classic Blaze tracks. Power up with special abilities and customize your Blaze in the garage with a unique quick tune-up. Blaze and the Monster Machines Axel City Racers is launching on Nintendo Switch this October. The original Skellboy has been fundamentally reworked from the ground up, not only for gameplay and progressional purposes, but also for dramatically improving the performance on the Nintendo Switch. It's also including 2-player local co-op, a new randomized dungeon option, several new game modes, new items, a new map, and tons of quality of life changes that the developers are calling Skellboy Refractured as a brand new release. Owners of the original will also receive an update free of charge. Revealed in the latest issue of Famitsu, Family Trainer is set to release in both Japan and North America on September 3rd, bringing with it the easiest way to get an exercise into your life. This collection of mini-games will offer players a diverse set of options to get moving around the living room while still playing in a competitive style format versus friends and family. The escape adventure game Stray Cat Doors 2 has you solving mysteries and clearing a path for each one of the cutesy characters. If you're having trouble getting in the proper solution, use the hint system that should guide you to the next marker if you for some reason missed it on the very first entry. The introduction of character customization and even room decorations will provide players the chance to make their playthrough a bit more personal. Moon Samurai is a 2D pixel action adventure game set in the cyberpunk universe. You will play as a young futuristic samurai named Buddy, fight your way through a dangerous sci-fi world, unravel its mysteries, and escape in all of the traps. Tornadic scuffle against broad range of enemies that will go hand in hand in exciting parkour style jumping over rooftops, balconies, and plenty of ladders. The fresh take on the classic 90s style beat-em-up, Mayhem Brawler, offers offline co-op that supports up to 3 players with the ability to alter the game flow from moment to moment based on the decisions throughout your exploration. This comic book inspired entry is coupled with thunderous jolts of adrenaline infusing soundtrack that keeps up with your combat and matches your relentless assault. Discover a fantasy world featuring a deep map and scenarios exploration in a deep epic adventure with a visual novel style. Lead your party of heroes, each with their own distinct special abilities and tons of skills, allowing you to use multiple battle strategies to defeat your enemies. This turn-based tactical RPG with strategic battles is viewed from an isometric view that's set to release this fall. Based on real events, real people and real situations, The Legend of Tianding is an exploration of a place and time often overlooked and represented properly in traditional Chinese manga. Battle colonial authorities with the Chinese weapons in tightly tuned technical combat, fly around the battlefield and strike fear into the enemies when it launches this October. Mini Motorways is a game about drawing the roads that drive a growing city. Build a road of networks, one road at a time, to create a bustling metropolis. Redesign your city to keep the traffic flowing and carefully manage upgrades to meet the changing demands. Use a variety of upgrades to help you grow out your systems in an ever-expanding road of networks that's constantly making demands of you in the dozens of varied maps inspired by cities all over the world. Taking inspirations by the comic books from Marsupilami from Franklin, this 2.5D platformer will take you to a colorful journey through the Colombian jungle, a coastal city, and even an abandoned temple. Jump, punch, dash, and swing with your tail like only you can. Seven Horizons is an exciting platformer with shooter elements set in a unique cosmic world, all with the cosmic atmosphere and humor you should expect. This game is maintained in a comic book style which creates a unique world in which only you can become the superhero. Travel the galaxy and free your mentor as you learn the truth about the invaders and the distortion that they're causing. Set in a world where the threat of Noah has disappeared, the enemies of mankind are the people themselves, who influence it with their endless desires. Metal Saga Hangekyo no Roka is a story of resistance in a distorted world dominated by the desires of the peoples in every which way. Based on the classic novel A Little Lily Princess is a life simulation game of romance and friendship between girls. Choose activities to build out Sarah's resources and change the direction of the story in this classic literature-based visual novel. Rediscover a great Metroidvania game and a brand new version in Inexistence Rebirth, with a lot of features and improvements. Run in a vast world full of mysteries and action in this action platformer inspired by the classics of the 16-bit era that's ready to challenge you on just about every single turn. Slide cells into a grid to combine them, which should be simple enough. Expanding the difficulty curve in over 100 puzzles, encounter all sorts of contraptions and mechanics to hinder your progress as you push into a specific direction to either turn a switch, open a gate, or avoid getting a virus. Pixel Cell supports the touchscreen option that also lets you play directly without the use of Joy-Cons. Protego is the world's leading spy agency and has been completely destroyed. Only one person can wield the cars to take control of Protega's scattered spy crews and save the world altogether. Play infinitely via skirmishes or test your skills against the clock in a countdown, or even survival mode and several options that vary in surprising tactical depth. A daily hotspot leaderboard is also ready for you to try to climb it for several added incentives when Solitaire Conspiracy launches on June 11th. Each of the 8 dragons has their very own story with its own route through the city and his very own characters to fight along the way. In a multiplayer sense, those stories combine and expand into each other. Use your fist, feet, and whatever weapons you come across to fight your way through their city and ultimately reach the biggest showdown of your life. A snow-covered wonderland of platforming action awaits you in 0 degrees, a chill puzzle experience for players of any age and any skill level. And that's what the game announcements will be covering this week. The rumors went into overdrive with the discussion of Nintendo potentially revealing their upcoming Nintendo Switch revision, or the Switch Pro as a lot of people are calling it. All of the typical quote-unquote insiders were confirming each other's rumors that at the end of the day nothing ever actually happened, as is usually the case. I just usually find this kind of stuff funny and I'm no longer surprised. People love to fall prey to this kind of stuff and they never learn from it. I don't necessarily doubt that we will get a reveal sooner rather than later, but it'll usually come whenever it actually does. If you're brand new to my channel, be sure to leave a like and subscribe, hit the bell to receive notifications when the videos go up, and as always, thank you so much for watching. See ya!